Today we're going to take a look out of the text in Romans chapter 3, beginning in verse 10, where Paul's trying to make and finish his argument of why both Jew and Gentile need to hear the gospel. And he says, "As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There are none who there are none who understands. There is none who seeks after God. They have all turned aside. They have together become unprofitable. There is none who does good, no, not one." He says, "Their throat is an open tomb. With their tongues they have practiced deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways. And the way of peace they have not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes." That's quite an indictment for humanity. It seems there's no chance for us to even be saved, and we wonder why we're even here. I bring this up here because he makes statements like that not only none of us understands, he says there are none who seek after God. And yet we have people showing up at church every week. How'd they get there? How'd you get there? Was it because you woke up one day and said, "I'm going to seek God"? Or do you think maybe God sought you first? That he found you, and that by the power of his prevenient grace moved upon you to seek him. We're here because of God. We're saved because of God. We worship God because of God. We wouldn't do that on our own. And I guess what I'm trying to say is this, that we have in our lives times that aren't so bright. Things don't seem to be going so well. And you wonder, is God there with me? Am I still okay? Am I still hearing his voice? And I want you to know that the very fact that you're present at church, that you're seeking after God, that you're asking questions, tells me that you have the working of the Holy Spirit upon your life. And there's evidence that God is with you. Don't deny that evidence, but embrace it. Learn to hear and listen for God. He is in your life, and he wants to restore all things. He wants to bring us all home with him. That's the end story. Remember that as you go into the world today. Blessings.